Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Hampton, and he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Another run here with Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 26-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. And even 30 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Good blocking to the 15. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hampton. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
You know, you think back, Mike, to a year ago, 6 quarterbacks taken in the 1st round of the NFL draft, and Bo Nix was probably the least heralded coming out of college, but was able to lead his team to the playoffs, and he really did it by earning his job out of training camp, and he never looked back. 29 touchdown passes, the most ever by a rookie in Broncos history.
Troy Franklin, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own, and at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Nix from the gun on third down. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Again, it's Harvey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
40-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
A run once more, that's Harvey.
R.J. Harvey, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. A fair catch taken here, and it could come right at the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action. Now Herbert. He's got his tight end, Orlando Gadsden the second. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. That is a big play for LA. An even 40 yards. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Still first down.
Motion man is Johnston. This one not quite on target. Had him too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Broncos offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They send Sutton in motion. That one out of reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Zone read and give to Harvey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the 1st down either way, but at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable, because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's going to air this one out, and he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Tyler Bidet. Touchdown, Denver.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. got it. The Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Chargers nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now a deep shot for Allen. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Hampton trying to work inside. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter. 3rd and 11 as we are ready to get back underway. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Open man, downfield, it's Franklin. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, Here's 2nd and 9. We'll go play action with Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 1st down, it's Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
A run with Harvey. Finding space at the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That one taken in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos move out on top, 14-0.
Chargers, nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omari and Hampton getting set for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
First down. It's a gain of
Big
20.
hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to Omarion Hampton. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action now, Herbert. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
They send the tight end in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's a gain of
Great
20.
way to start the drive.
That's good.
A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone. And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. The return, here comes Davis. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jahdae Barron is there to make the stop.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Allen in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Herbert to the air again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Patrick Surtain.
so much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
2nd and a yard. One final throw before the break. Taken in by Franklin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now a toss, left side for Hampton. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you.
Look at him go to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 76 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Mim. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to number 1, Evan Ingram. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Working the middle, that's Harvey, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He finds Mims. It's complete. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Handoff now for Harvey. Ooh. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught by Harvey. And we'll get him down after enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Nick's gonna keep it on the zone read. And this one blown up. Good surge, drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he's into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. That his second touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Broncos up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Chargers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Davis now to return it. Oh! And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omari and Hampton getting set for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A run, this is Hampton, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 9. They'll go again with Hampton. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as he's on to punt for the second time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Harvey. And he'll get forward for a couple. Tarheeb still there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet. Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he will score. Pat McConkey. Touchdown Chargers.
Touchdown Chargers.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Point after now from Dicker. His kick is good, and the Chargers back within 10. It's now 24-14.
Chargers 14.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. A little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the 4th quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing, Right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw him the ball. And for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Denver first down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Big-time completion right there. And this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
A run on first and goal. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
But the fullback trying to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Brings up third and goal.
Can the defense do it again? From the 1. Third down now, and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
14.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Captain trying to work inside. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 33, here's second down and 2. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Shy of midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first
It's a
down.
gain of 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have the Chargers first down. Quite a call there. 4th and inches. They go for it, and they gain 5.
First down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he will get into the end zone. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are able to cut the deficit to 10. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. He's to midfield.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, they'll run it on the draw. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. Talk things over before 3rd down.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Broncos.
And the Broncos.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.